And welcome back to Let's Play Gnomoria. You know, whenever I think about, making Let's Plays, it's not even a real phrase anymore. Like we always say, oh yeah, it's a Gnomoria Let's Play. It's like you got the words in the wrong order there. It's supposed to be Let's Play Gnomoria. I'm afraid that at some point I'm just going to totally forget and I'm going to say, Let's Play Gnomoria, Let's Play, and then it's just going to go on recursively forever. So, as you remember, folks, we sort of, in the last episode, set up a basic area. Man, it's really not looking very pretty. It's kind of ugly and disorderly, and I'm not having a very good time of it right now. But that's okay. We will set that up and make it prettier in this episode. Hopefully, if I have enough time. We got some food stockpiles. We discovered this cave. Look at this cave, man. Look at this. What is actually in here? Oh, look, emerald. Ooh, emerald. Some pretty cool stuff. Wow, it goes down pretty deep. We just sort of got everything started up. So now, what we need to do is we need to sell some crap to the merchant, and we'll get right on it. So let's go. All right, there's the merchant. Look at him. Oh man, he's cute. I think he has a monocle too. Man. Now, guys with monocles. So there's the guys you want to watch out for. I mean, because boy, they will screw you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm getting rid of 400 clumps of dirt. Now, you're probably like, Dr. Kaboom, why are you getting rid of 400 clumps of dirt? I will tell you, viewer, because I have a lot more dirt than I actually need, and the nice thing is that when I get rid of 400 clumps of it, I don't have to stockpile it anymore. It just instantly disappears. Isn't that fabulous? I think that's fabulous. So I think I'm probably going to get rid of 200 sandstone too, because, there's a lot of sandstone. It doesn't actually give you any, money or whatever for it, but, who cares? So, one of the things that you're going to want to do is, you're going to want to get rid of your silver ore and your sapphires. And I got rid of my sapphires, but then I decided to take them back because I don't think I'm going to need them. Yeah, and as you can see, I am now buying alpacas. Now see, okay, so the idea is by the first 5 days, you want to have a market stall up and you want to have found some sapphires or silver ore. It's true that if you keep your silver ore, you can turn it into coins and pretty things and sell it for way more than 50 per ore. But at this point, we just need the money. So what we're doing is we're buying some alpacas. Now, normally the first year they either have alpacas or llamas. Usually not both. And this guy is no exception. He only has alpacas. But that's okay. That's alright. Now, since I have a little bit of extra cash lying around, I think I'm going to buy some copper ore. Because I just have a feeling I'm going to need it. Because, like I said, I don't think copper veins actually spawn in sandstone. So, there you go. Bam. And I've traded. And super. And you notice that I have now alpacas there. That's cool. And now I'm going to make myself another farm for my alpacas. Now you'll notice that this one is a 4x7, and it allows me to pasture 7 animals, because these ones each only take up 4. The yaks take up 6, which is why their pasture is a little bit bigger. Now, okay, let me explain a little bit about the whole farming system. I realize it's not very exciting to watch me pause. Maybe I'll just put it on. I'll put it on play there. How's that? That's nice. Okay, so the idea behind farming animals, otherwise known as ranching. Oh, this llama is running away. You're not gonna get away. It's not gonna happen. You can try, but it's not gonna. No, I'm sorry. The idea behind farming animals is that for every male you have in your farm will try to impregnate a female in your pasture farm thing every day. And that basically means that that if you have one male, that it can impregnate one female every day. And the cool thing about this is that if you have, you know, for example, an animal like a yak or an alpaca that takes 6 days, to be born, then if you have one male and 6 females, you will effectively get one yak or alpaca every day. And look. Oh, there's 7. There's 7 slots here. Now, so when I get myself a little more space ironed out, I'll show you exactly how this works. But basically, you have to have 2 pastures. You have to have one for your sort of your breeding group, and you have to have one over here somewhere, a larger one for all of your, you know, extra males and rejects and people like that. I didn't mean they were rejects. You know, every whatchamacallit is sacred. I'm sure every yak until I kill them. Wow, that was kind of morbid. I didn't mean it. But yeah. So that's all there is as far as animals are concerned. And incidentally, animals. A butcher shop to kill the animals is pretty much going to be the only workshop you're ever going to need more than one of. Isn't that fabulous? I would say that it is. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am getting my sawmill up. Okay, because I need a sawmill. It's killing me. Not literally, but, you know. Oh, yeah. By the way, someone told me about the last video that apparently they didn't know you could turn workshops. Yeah, you can turn workshops if you're feeling a little, you know, OCD, like you need all of your workshops to be facing the same way. I like it. I like symmetry, which is why I feel like I'm such an idiot for making this asymmetrical. Gnomes. How did you not know what I was thinking? So, yeah. Let's see, who's chilling out in the Great Hall? Nobody's chilling out in the Great Hall. That's good. Because they're all hauling stone. Why are you hauling stone? Okay. So the nice thing is, about having, you know, shallow, abundant crap, is that, you, are able to, get a lot of metal early in the game. Now, if you were playing, let's say, you know, a normal world, so basically the default world, then you would have a lot more trouble finding copper and tin and coal at such shallow levels. But fortunately, since I decided to go easy mode on the whole thing, yeah, it's not a problem. So now, awesome news here. So now that I have my sawmill, this is the last thing that I needed to build to take the place of my crude workshop. Now, my crude workshop is cool and everything, but it's really slow. It's very slow. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it down, because now all of my other workshops somehow can produce things that my crude workshop used to produce. So for instance, this produces planks. This produces pretty much everything. And this produces chisels. And those are the only things you could actually produce in your crude workshop. So now that I have other workshops that do them faster, I don't need my crude workshop anymore. Goodbye. And that means also I get a free log and piece of stone. That's nice. That's really cool. Man, these guys chop trees really slowly. That's kind of depressing. It's, you know, I don't know what their problem is. That's okay though. It's alright. We're just, you know, I bet you probably can't tell, but I really am used to having this thing on 2 times speed. I guess I should maybe just put it on 2 times speed, just for kicks. Yeah, so, first things first. Actually, it's not really first, it's, like, way after first. I'm going to be making a whole bunch of blocks, because, at some point, I've got to start building crap for my Great Hall, because see, okay, so Great Hall, and worth and crap. This is a little complicated to explain. So you'll have to give me a minute. So gnomes, nomads, because that's not a pun, are attracted to money like normal people, and basically your money is sort of measured in your kingdom worth. And see, you can see that my total kingdom worth right now is 1,700, which is actually pretty decent for, you know, the 5th day of spring in the first season. I mean, I'm not complaining about that at all. It has to do with the fact that I ran into some sapphires and some silver ore, and if I kept mining the silver ore over here, this stuff, I would have actually quite a high kingdom worth in the first season. Now, that's not always a good thing. That's not a good thing because, wow, these guys are mining fast. Look at that. Because not only does it attract more nomads, but it attracts more enemies. So, I'm trying not to get destroyed in the first season. That's actually sort of my goal. Is just to sort of survive the first summer. And you'll find that for yourself, the first summer is going to be your most difficult thing, and the first winter is going to be your most difficult thing. You know, eventually 7 or 8 more episodes, and we'll get to that. Hooray! Yeah, so kingdom worth attracts nomads. And that means the more kingdom worth you have, the more nomads you get. I'm really good at saying things that you should be able to figure out, but I guess I just don't trust you enough. So, you know, I'm helping you out here. I'm giving you advice. So, yeah, so it attracts more nomads. Now, everything that you have in your kingdom, that includes logs and planks and what have you, attracts nomads. Now, but different things have more worth. So, for instance, when you build statues, and I can't build statues here, I don't even know why I'm showing you this. When you build statues, you can build them in a workshop, but then you have to build them in the real world as well. It's like beds or whatever, and their worth triples when you build them. So when you just have them sort of lying around, then it's worth, I think, like 100. But when you build it, the value multiplies to 300. So there's things that change like that. But one of the things that changes is your Great Hall. And your Great Hall, everything inside your Great Hall and touching the walls of it, the value of it is doubled. So the more crap you have in your Great Hall, the bigger, better, more awesome Great Hall you have, the more your kingdom is worth, sort of twice as much. So, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my advice to you would be, put as much cool stuff as you can in your Great Hall. And, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna whoop, let's see. We'll do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 4 tables. 4 tables. That's nice. But yeah, so you know, we're just sort of getting our Great Hall sort of assembled here, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the dirt off of these walls. I mean, look at these; they're walls made of dirt. They're made of dirt. And you'll notice if you look at my Great Hall, the worth of my Great Hall is 0 because, you know, as cool as dirt is, as useful as dirt really is, it's not worth anything. It's not worth anything because literally. The world is made of dirt. That's all I really have to say about that. Oh no! Oh man, I did this wrong. I misjudged. That's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build ourselves a wall, which means our builders are probably gonna be occupied for a while. I'll build one side of the wall right now. Build that. Now, you notice that I'm building it sort of through the forest, not around the forest, because I want a little bit of forest inside of my walls, because eventually I'm going to take clippings and sort of make groves and things. I think on a flat world, you probably don't need to do that as much, because all the trees are sort of readily accessible. But I'm going to do it because, I don't know, because I can. Because it's easier. Because eventually there's going to be goblins or ogres or what have you outside in the regular world, and I don't want to deal with them. That's my philosophy. Don't deal with things you don't have to. So build your trees inside the walls. Now you notice what I'm doing right here is I am replacing the dirt floor with a dirt floor. This may seem kind of idiotic to you if you haven't played Gnomoria before, but I promise you, it actually kind of makes sense-ish. Because, you see, the clay that is you see here, the grass doesn't grow on it. It's actually pretty sort of useless, except for making clay statues and whatnot. And so you can't build farms on it, and you can't build pastures on it. And I don't even think you can plant trees on it anymore. You used to be able to plant trees on it, but I don't think you can. Oh crap, there's a bear! There's a bear! Ah! Don't kill me, bear. Yeah, watch out for bears. That's another one of those things that I probably didn't need to say, but you know, just as a a sort of heads up. Yeah, just watch out for bears. Okay, alright, we're gonna make some more sandstone blocks. Because after these guys are finished building their wall, they're gonna come down and they're going to take and replace the walls of this thing. Now, I don't know what kind of wall I want to have, but I think I want to have this kind. I think this would look nice. This actually looks really stupid. Why did I decide to have that kind of wall? That's just a dumb looking wall. No, you know what? I'm gonna cancel that because I don't like it. Not at all. Sorry. Okay. We're gonna try again. We're gonna do spiral. Spiral sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I think a spiral would sound cool. It still looks dumb. That's alright though. That's okay. That's better. It's better than the engraved wall, I think. Oh, not really good at this. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Fabulous. Alright, why is nobody working at my wood thingy? Oh, see, the tables have already been made. Okay, well, if that's the case, then you just make yourself some chairs there, buddy. Alright, we need 10 chairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that means, of course, that we need a crap ton of planks. Okay, hey, so now's a good time to mention the Craft 2 option. Now, so you have these little buttons over here for the new Gnomoria player. The first one is called Repeat, as you can see if you can read English. Repeat basically repeats the object, repeats making the thingy until you can't make any more of them. Yeah, and when you get more materials to make it, your gnome will drop whatever the heck he's doing, and he will go and he will make more of whatever you told him to repeat forever. It's really nice in some cases. The other thing that is slightly less insane is the Craft 2 option. Now, Craft 2 doesn't mean make 20 and then stop. It means it surveys how much you actually have in your inventory or whatever, and it will make up to that. So when you have 20, it'll stop making them. And then when you use one to make a stick or something, you use a plank, your gnome will go back and he'll make another one. Up to 20. So it's basically like it makes sure you always have 20 in your inventory. That's basically all it does. It's pretty nifty. It's pretty useful, I think, you know. Yeah. One of the things I forgot to do is I forgot to forage properly. Oh, dang it. Man, did I do this wrong again? I did. Just color me embarrassed. No. And no. Come on. There you go. Chop it down and forge this. So as you can see, there are apple trees. These are apple trees. They're nice. They're actually the most useful tree. I don't know why anyone would actually ever have any other kinds of tree. I think that really, if you just have an extremely enormous amount of apple trees, you'll be fine. You'll be fine pretty much forever, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong, actually. So, oh no, what are you doing? So, now you'll notice that I'm leaving a hole in my wall. I'll explain that in several episodes. You don't need to worry about it now. Oh, look at that. Oh, jeez, man, I am running out of food, so I'm just going to forage all of these trees. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I have more apple trees down here. That's so nice. That's really nice. Okay, so what to do now? Okay, so now you see that I have sort of my food and my drink stocks, but if you look up here in this corner here, you'll notice that I have 71 food and 95 drink. And you'll also notice that that's not a lot. That's really, you know, it's enough to survive for a while. But you know, you don't want to get too low. I think having below 100 is probably not the best idea in the world. That's basically just sort of my philosophy. If you have more than 100, then you'll be more or less okay. Promise. Unless you have like 50 gnomes, in which case, you know, you should be good enough at this game that you should know how to have, you know, however much you need. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I am making I'm making sort of a grain and straw stockpile. I'm not really sure what to do with straw. You make straw beds out of it, and I think you make bed padding. That's pretty much it, you know. It's not terribly useful, and you end up having a lot of it, so I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to deal with that. But you know, I'm going to put it here for now. I haven't quite figured that out yet. That's, you know, with these new updates and crap. All right, so hey, distillery. Distillery is awesome. Now, why do I have 2 tables? I shouldn't have 2 tables. Okay, all right, I see what's going. Yeah, so distillery. I need a table and 2 barrels. Luckily for me, I do have 2 barrels, but I don't have any tables. So, time to make a table. And see, I'm making a distillery, by the way, because distilleries take either fruit or wheat and turn it into beer or wine. And as everyone knows, gnomes only survive by alcoholism. And that's exactly why we need so much beer and wine. As you can see, we only have 90 beer, wine, and actually yak milk. Look at this, yak milk. Apparently, gnomes really like yak milk as well. I don't know, you know, I'm waiting for the update where you can start to make yak cheese. I don't know, that sounds appealing to me. I bet it sounds more appealing to my gnomes, but, you know, hey, yak cheese. It's better than a lifetime of making sort of goblin meat sandwiches. If you've played a couple times, you realize that eventually you survive by eating goblin meat sandwiches. You know, hey, it's better than the cafeteria food at my college. Let's just put it that way. Okay, alright, the sun is set. Look at that. Oh, it's nighttime. Now, by the way, it's funny because in the first sort of season, you just realize, oh yeah, my gnomes are working at nighttime. Oh, that's cool. You know, wow. Hey. And the difference between day and night doesn't really matter because your gnomes just sleep whenever the hell they want. Look, there's a whole bunch of gnomes that have already been sleeping. The sun just set. It's what? It's like 7:30 at night. Okay, I'm usually, you know, eating dinner or watching The Walking Dead or something at this time. And these guys are sleeping. What's up with that? So, you know, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really make a difference, the day and night cycle. But you get into the second season, which is known as summer, and it starts to make a really big difference. It's sort of the sun goes down and you're just like, oh crap, you know, that's no good. because the thing is, when the sun goes down, enemies spawn, and when enemies spawn, you tend to die if you don't have a good enough military, and that's sort of the whole idea, is that you know, you gotta have yourself a good military by sort of the beginning of the second season, or else you're screwed. Which is why I'm building this big wall. You'll see. You'll see. It's really very clever. I'm not just saying that because I think I'm clever, though I do. Okay. They're still not building this distillery. That's kind of disconcerting. But hey, look! Oh man, look at the walls. Look at the walls on my. That's gorgeous. On my Great Hall. So I'm just gonna say we're gonna repeat you to 40 blocks. That's enough blocks. Okay. So, wow, they must have made 10 chairs already, because when I went to my thingy, they weren't doing anything. Okay, so I'm gonna make. I like the look of chiseled stone floors. Those look nice, I think. Yeah, look at that. That's cute. Now you notice that because I have these tables built on it, it won't make the chiseled stone floors on them. And honestly, they won't even start making them until, you know, they finish this wall. But, you know, just sort of keeping you real. The only way to actually change these floors is you have to go into here and click deconstruct and deconstruct these 4 tables. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't really have any reason to. But, yeah, that's the way you do it. So if you put all your furniture in a great hall or a bedroom before you want to change the floor, you have to deconstruct it and then, you know, rebuild it and reconstruct it. Man, they're still not. Oh, the frickin' builders. Okay, hang on. See, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was definitely. I definitely knew this was gonna happen. All right, just stop. Build my distillery. Oh no! And now they're building this. Man, see, okay, that's the problem. That's the problem with gnomes. They don't know. Okay, there you go. Oh, they don't know what you actually want them to do. I don't remember which one I used. I think I used the chiseled stone. We'll just see. Oh, also another word to be wise. When you replace floors, like I just did here. Hey, distillery. They will replace floors that are the same as the floors that you have. So if I had selected these 5 blocks that they had already put in, if I had selected them to be replaced, they would have replaced them. They would have replaced the sandstone floors with sandstone floors. Because they're stupid. Gnomes are stupid. I've decided. I've officially made up my mind. I was trying to withhold my prejudices of the gnome population, the gnome culture, but I'm afraid they've got the best of me. Gnomes are stupid. I mean, of course they're stupid. You know, you can't honestly say that someone's smart if you need me to tell them what to do. I mean, I'm not smart. Oh, look, a honey badger! Ah, honey badger! No! No. Don't you dare. Go. Shoo. That doesn't actually do anything, by the way, in case you were wondering if it does anything. It doesn't. Okay, yeah, super. So, now see, now all of this stuff here is wheat grain. Wheat grain. Now, you get 2 things. You get 2 things from farming wheat. You get wheat straw, and you get wheat grain. Like I was saying, that wheat straw is pretty much totally useless. It's really, there's no point in even having it. But wheat grain can make beer. And I'm just going to make myself some beer because, you know, I'm running out of drinks. Yeah. And the other thing, by the way, the other thing that you can make with wheat grain is bread. Now, bread is pretty much useless until you either slaughter some animals or you either slaughter some animals or you slaughter some enemies. Unfortunately, being killed, as in having your gnomes die, no longer produces meat. They no longer allow for cannibal gnomes. Isn't that sad? I think that's sad. I miss gnome sausage. You know, it was a little bit chewy, it was a little bit tough. But you know, overall pretty good. Pretty good. And very healthy. You know, they spend all their time working. There's not a lot of fat. Wow, this is quickly becoming very creepy. Yeah, so, getting off of the topic of cannibalism. So basically, you have either dead enemies or dead animals, and you butcher them. At the butcher's shop, which you can't see right now because it doesn't exist yet. I don't have it. But you butcher them and you get meat and bones and skulls and hide. And you take the meat and you make sausage out of it, and you take the grain, you make bread out of it, and you take both of those and you make a sandwich out of it. I'm not really sure if I would call bread and sausage a sandwich. I think I would call it a hot dog, or like a sausage roll or something like that, you know, and you can't have any other kind of meat. You can't have like steak, you know. It's always sausage. Like, apparently the only things that gnomes know how to make is sausage, which is kind of strange because sausage really isn't that easy to make. I mean, honestly, if I had to choose between making sausage and like steak, yak steak, I would just make yak steak because you just put it on the grill, you know. But apparently, you know, sausage. Maybe it's because it keeps longer, you know, or maybe I'm just overthinking it and it's a video game. No, let's not go with that one. Okay, so, yeah, I love this watermark on my screen. It's funny, because I'm saying that now, even though I can't see it, but I know that you'll be able to see it when you watch the video. So I'm mentioning it now like it's a problem. Like, I understand, I'm annoyed about it too, even though I can't even see it. So just appreciate that. I sympathize with you. When I watch my own videos, my own video, because I've only made one, I feel that way too. I feel chagrined that I would have such an awful watermark on my screen. It's very sad, I find. Okay, so you got your gnomes making blocks. Oh, it's saving again. Oh no, saving. Okay, why is it saving? It's only the 9th day. It's only, okay. Well, I guess, you know, 9 is, sure, that's cool. But unfortunately, nothing even remotely exciting has happened yet. I mean, really, you know, I'm building a wall. Oh, hey, you know what? A yak was born. Look at this. See, now I have 3 yaks instead of just 2. So that's exciting. That's exciting. I'm not sure it's cause to just say, okay, hey, you know, let's play is done. Let's see you next time. But you know, yaks, they've been born. That's nice. So I'm going to see. Okay, all right. So a word to the Gnomoria players. So you'll notice that I was talking earlier about replacing the dirt floor, or the clay floor, with a dirt floor, right? The thing about that is that I just clicked soil, and soil is both dirt and clay, unfortunately for me. And so, remember what I was saying, that, you know, even if it is already a clay floor, if they have clay handy, they'll replace a clay floor with a clay floor. And that's exactly what they did with these 5 little blocks here. Just to screw with me. Just to screw with me. That's okay. That's alright. I forgive you, gnomes. It's okay. Whichever gnome did that, though, I'm gonna put you in the military. So you die first. Okay. So now, alright, so now, stop it. Now here's the way, by the way, you do this whole yak thing where you set up the breeding. You make a max male, the max male population in your pasture 1, and you make your max females in the pasture 6, and that means that definitively at the end of whatever, you will have 1 male and 6 females. And see, okay, alright, so see this yak is, I guess that was a female yak. So if you'll notice, okay, hang on, so you have a yak here, there's a female, alright, and that's a female, and that's a male, right? Yep, so there you go. So I have 2 females and a male, so they're all cool in here. But as soon as a male gets born, you'll see it running around, and then you'll see one magically appear there in the sort of to-be-slaughtered pasture. Wow, that's. I mean, I feel bad about killing yaks. I know I shouldn't because they're, you know, food, but I feel bad anyway. You know, gotta put my alpacas here. Okay, we're just here, and then I'm actually gonna do the same thing to my alpacas. By the way, there's a small glitch that if you do this, when you create the pasture, it will automatically go to 0 and you can't change it anymore. I'll show you. Watch here. So I'm gonna create a pasture. All right, I think I just messed it up. Actually, just kidding. Hang on. Let me try it again. I'm gonna create a pasture. Okay. And then let's say I want to put yaks in it, and then see when I clicked down because I wanted to only have one male yak, it just went to 0, and you can't do anything with it. It's a bug. So the only way you get around that is then you click on it again, and the numbers work. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing with that yak pasture. I should really just get rid of it. Okay. So hey, the wall's coming along nice. Look at this. Look at this. They say Rome wasn't built in a day, but you know what? I think my kingdom only took a couple. This is actually kind of a small kingdom. I mean, you see how much place, how much, yeah, you know, room I have here to grow. It's really nice. I'm just gonna, you know, just cut down these forests here, you know, and cut down these forests here, and just sort of, you know, make my kingdom a little bit bigger, but I don't really need it right now. I don't, you know, I've actually got plenty in place. I got my farms, I got my pastures. That's pretty much all I need at my merchant table. I don't know why I put my merchant table there. Hey, he's gone. He's gone, so I'm going to deconstruct the hell out of this. And I'm going to remake it somewhere else. You know what I'll do? No, I don't want to put it there, but I'm going to deconstruct it anyway. Once these guys are finished doing what they're doing. What are they doing? Oh, they're building a wall. Man. I'm amazed at how long it takes them to build a wall. It's just dirt, guys. It's just dirt. Okay? Alright. Oh, hey, chairs. Okay, alright, so remember how I was... Hey, someone messaged me on Facebook. Remember how I was telling you about how you can't change the floor underneath furniture that's already been built? Well, once they finally get around to doing this, I'm going to put the chairs on it after it gets built. It's just sort of, you know, a way to make things more efficient, make things better. Oh, hey, okay, so, if you notice that during my various ramblings, I built some crates. Yeah, I actually have 6 crates here. Wow. I'm just gonna put 3 here and 3 here. They're not going to get built for a while because my guys are still building a wall. But what crates do is they go into stockpiles and they allow you to basically store food or drink or supplies in them. Most things take crates, planks and logs and blocks and food and ore and what else? And I think meat and weapons and bars and, you know, all manner of things. They go in crates. The only thing that goes into barrels is drinks. That's right. Yes. And everything else goes into bags. So, for instance, cotton goes into bags. You'll see occasionally here seeds. Seeds go into bags. And saplings go into bags, and wheat grain, this stuff here, also goes into bags. Hey, that's nice. Okay, so wheat straw used to not stack, but I guess in the new update, they made it where it stacks. That's fabulous, because that means it's not going to take up so much freaking space. That's awesome. Okay, man, see, this is what I love about RoboBob. It's like you always have these problems where you're just like, man, that's annoying, you know. And if it weren't an alpha, you'd probably have a bone to pick with the developer. But RoboBob is just such a nice guy that, I mean, even if he, I guess you haven't specifically complained about them, he will go and he'll fix these things because he knows they're annoying. I mean, he's a bang up guy. I really like this guy. I can't wait till Gnomoria is done, because then he's going to make another game, and I'm probably going to buy that too. And spend 5 years playing in an alpha, because that's definitely what I'm doing in Gnomoria. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, why do I have so many chairs? I have a lot of chairs. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey guys, you know, see, okay, so the wall's still not finished. Guys, the wall's not finished. I was hoping for it to get finished before I sort of, you know, ended this Let's Play, but, I'm just tired of waiting. And there's a honey badger. See, okay, so here's a honey badger. And see, the honey badger's probably starving. It's dying of thirst. I could probably have a guy go there and finish it off, but I'm not going to do that because with my luck, he would just get killed. You know, I mean, really, that's the truth of the matter. It's the unfortunate truth. But no matter what I do, for some strange reason, my gnomes tend to die. It's like, you know, I could have a full, like, platinum-wearing army full of gnomes, like 50 gnomes take on one unarmed goblin, and somebody would die. Somebody would find a way to get, you know, I don't know, fall down and have a seizure or something. Man, last episode I made fun of people with ADD, and now I'm making fun of epileptic people. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Yeah, you know, some of my best friends are epileptic. That's not why they're my best friends. It just turned out that way. I guess we kind of fit in together. Yeah, and look, oh man, look, oh. Now my gnomes have a place to eat. Isn't that nice? Look, oh, and he just sat down and ate a strawberry. Did you guys see that? Ow. Oh man, I can't wait, one of my gnomes. Oh look, oh, alright, eating an apple. That's Remy, isn't it? It's Remy. Remy is eating an apple at her new dining table. Doesn't that make you feel just warm and fuzzy inside? Now, hey, look, alright, so now that I have all these floors and all these, you know, chairs and tables and crap in my Great Hall, oh man, it's worth 1,086. This stuff would normally only be worth 543 because I can do math. But because it's in my Great Hall, it is worth 1,086. Doesn't that just make you feel better? That just makes me feel good because, you know, my kingdom is worth twice as much because my Great Hall actually kind of doesn't look crappy anymore. It doesn't really look crappy anymore. Look at that. That's a good thing. You know, I'm not even mad that my wall isn't done. I think that's a good place to end this Let's Play. I mean, just looking at this beautiful, simple Great Hall. Man, what a place. What a place to live. In a couple of days, a whole bunch of nomads are going to come to live here. It's like SimCity, only with gnomes, and a lot more of them die. But essentially like SimCity. We'll call it that. So, you know, Great Hall, brewery, we got the stuff working. We got myself even a working sawmill. You know, we're in a good place right now. We're in a good place. And, you know, to give you something to look forward to the next episode, it'll be summer, and that means that we'll start having people die. I know that's not the best thing to look forward to, but you know what? I have a feeling you're looking forward to it anyway. You don't have to lie. It's alright. It's alright. We're all friends here. Anyway, alright, I'll see you next time. Dr. Kaboom, signing out. Oh, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe. It's just below the video on the left. I don't know how to make annotations, but, you know, you can find the subscribe button. You're all intelligent. And if you're not intelligent, you really shouldn't be playing this game. I mean, look at me. I'm not intelligent, and I'm playing this game, and you see what a disaster it is. So, yeah, please hit the subscribe button. And, yeah, I'll see you next time. Adios.